In today's video I want to focus on small details, intimate landscapes for photographing in that, middle of the day, or at least outside of the golden hour. Every time I go to get my camera out of the camera bag, a butterfly keeps flying in and landing on it. Hi everyone, thanks for joining me again. It's the middle of the afternoon again. My last 3 outings have been early morning, which is normally what I do in the summer. I tend to prefer early mornings in the summer to sunsets because sunset here gets very late and I'm not a night person. But I also want to keep on exploring the options for photographing in that, middle of the day, or at least outside of the golden hour. I've done 2 videos on that recently. The first one was all about black and white. The second one was about a location that was very much suited to middle of the day photography. It was a narrow canyon, so the only time that light was in it was when the sun was high up. In today's video I want to focus on small details, intimate landscapes. The kind of thing I'm looking for is a scene where we've got shade, shadow, but then we've got a bit of light breaking through and illuminating some small detail, picking out colours or textures or shapes. Not always the easiest things to find, particularly in an environment like we've got here. Woodland is often one of the best places to find that kind of thing because the trees create the shade, but they let light through in places. So that's why I've come out onto my local mountain, Cabet Loro, because there are patches of woodland on the side of the mountain. So I'm going to be hiking along the mountain, finding patches of woodland, going in and exploring, and seeing if I can find something of detail. Because we're into summer now, and it's very hot and very sunny, a lot of things are dried out, so we might be struggling to find some of the pretty things, but that's half of the fun. If I can find one image today, I shall be happy. And if I can't find an image, I should probably still be happy. I enjoy exploring. Anyway, I need to do a bit of hiking to get to the woodland areas, so I'll catch up with you later. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, and you're not already a subscriber, please consider hitting that subscribe button. And of course, if you're already a subscriber, then thank you very much. I appreciate that. So it's really warm today. Temperature this afternoon is about 31 degrees Celsius, I think. I have no idea what that is in Fahrenheit. I'll try and stick a conversion in now. So I've got to make sure that I stay hydrated. I've got my big hydration bladder, Camelback, strapped to the side of the rucksack, so I can just keep sipping water as I'm walking along. Got to be so careful about staying hydrated, and the only water that's available here is what you bring with you. It's not like you can find a stream and go and purify it, because there's no streams here, it's completely dry. So just keep sipping. And if you're out in places like this, make sure you've got plenty of water in the summer. Well, any time, but particularly in the summer. Every time I go to get my camera out of the camera bag, a butterfly keeps flying in and landing on it. and I don't want to disturb it. It looks quite happy there. Okay, so I've found something that looks quite interesting here. Sticking out of the trunk of this tree are these leaves. They're green and yellow. And whilst most of the scene is in shadow, the light's coming in from up there, and it's actually putting light right on where the leaves are. So I'm going for a close-in shot. I've got the 16 to 35 lens on at 35mm. I'm focusing on the leaves in the foreground. Now, because it's breezy, I've got quite a bit of movement in these leaves and I want them to be sharp. So I've bumped the ISO up to 400, and at f11 that's giving me 1/60th of a second. So if I time my shot for when the leaves aren't moving too much, that should be good enough. So basically the whole right hand side of the frame is taken up with the tree trunk, hopefully with all the textures in, and then we've got the leaves coming down, and then over to the left hand side we've got a bit of open space which has also got a few leaves in at the bottom and some sort of illuminated, dappled light scenery behind it. I decided to try another version of that shot. I've moved the camera much closer in, but I've zoomed out to 28mm, so from 35 to 28. Taken out any background apart from the tree trunk, and then just the strip of the green and yellow leaves coming down. I'm not sure which one's going to be the best, so it's worth it while I'm here. If you go out to do some photography and you get one image, that's a success. And I think I've got one image that's actually pretty nice. Nice detailed shot, something a bit different to what I've been shooting recently, which is kind of big stuff. And it's very hot, and that's making it very tiring. So I've got about 35 minutes hike back to the car, and I think I'm going to do that now. I'm glad I've got plenty of water with me. Whew, it is warm. So, I'm going to sign off. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please consider giving it a like or a share or both. And of course, if you're not a subscriber, the subscribe button will be coming up at the end, and there's one underneath the video on the YouTube page as well. I'd love to hear from you. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And as always, I really appreciate you taking the time to watch. So, thank you very much. And until the next video, bye.